What's up, everybody? All right, so I'm gonna do a high to low time frame analysis. I'm on the index chart, and I will do a Bybit chart with all my stuff on there in a moment after I get done with this. But pretty much, just want to look at ACE. Okay, on the higher time frames. I want to look at the week, see what's going on, see where we're at. Um, I'm expecting some sort of a pullback kind of here, kind of like here. Money flow still looks really good. Pressure looks good. VWAP is coming down, so we could have a little bit more of a move down, maybe come back into this 109 range. Okay, and then if we actually just want to pull a fib here to here, then we very well could come back into the 90s. Okay, if we want to continue that whole thing. Last range we did, okay, so this range here, we didn't even come close to tapping the gold pocket. Yeah, we very barely come into 74, but that was it. It wouldn't let us anywhere near. So we could do something like that. Again, we very well could come down here, and I would be surprised. I would not be surprised in the least bit we do something like this, okay? Like this here. At the very least, okay, would not be surprised. And then if we end up coming back down into the 80s, we end up coming back down in the 80s. There's nothing wrong with that. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the chart that looks like that. So we will have to see if and when we get there, okay? If and when we get there. Let's go to the 2-day. Obviously, pressure's coming out, okay? We are in our we are in our third candle, and we have another candle close here in another day. So I'm not really seeing much now from this 2-day. I knew that we were going to have a bit of a pullback when we started losing pressure up here. Okay. Now, ACE is very new to me still also. Okay. We coded it, and we've made something very special. So we're still getting used to it, especially me. So I can't just look at it and go, okay, I'm going to fucking short here simply because I'm predicting that the money flow is coming out and the pressure is coming out. Okay, we want to get more into the the daily and start looking at that. Then we can move to the daily and say, yeah, we could have shorted right up here at 119, 119.5 up in this area. But we're getting to know the software. We're getting to know its capabilities, and I'm starting to trust it more and more and more. Okay, more and more. So, do I think we're coming back down some more? I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down to this fair value gap here on the daily. Okay, 110. I'm sorry, the 2-day, and same fair value gap here on the daily. We very well could come back and tap this here. Okay, and move back up. I am seeing daily money flow is coming out. VWAP is coming back down. I would not be surprised if even Asia in London takes us down to 110 area tonight. So my bias is down. I don't know why anybody would be looking for longs right now. I guess because we're in the bottom of certain ranges, but they're quick scalps as far as I'm concerned. We're taking quick scalps on longs. So this right here getting chopped up, mega chopped up. So this nice little retrace now that we have coming up here could be a short. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to see. But I am not seeing any long-term longs whatsoever. Nothing long-term. So ACE strategy, money flows in the red. This is on the 30-minute. Nice big pressure wave, momentum wave up like this when money flows in the red, this is short all day long. Okay, this is short all day long. And this was when I was sleeping, 3 o'clock in the morning. And it very well could be happening again here. Okay, so this is what I'm going to keep an eye on here. VWAP has been resistance. So see what happens. Okay, we could get a little bit of a move up, tap this order block, and then head back down. We'll have to see. But as far as I'm concerned, the higher time frames are showing me the way. Okay, 16 hour. Looks the same. Money flow coming down. Pressure also. Pressure is also kind of leveling out up here. And we're at like minus 6.2. $12-hour. Let's see what the 12-hour looks like. I got to turn off something here real quick. It's going to be bugging me. All right, so 12-hour, same thing. Money flow's coming out, pressure's coming out. 10-hour, probably more of the same. Yep. 8-hour, same thing. Pressure's coming back out. So this very well, look at this 8-hour. You get this little blip, okay? Short time. 30-minute shows up just like the 8-hour. 115.6. Let me go back to the 30-minute real quick and see. No, it was more over here. Yeah, that was more over here in this area here. Where on the 30-minute, it was not really giving me much of any sort of entry as far as a short. Maybe if we went to the 1-hour. Yeah, we started to show divs on the 1-hour. So that was Monday. That was yesterday at 10 o'clock, and I was around. So it's these types of things that I'm going to start keeping an eye on now, and I'm just going to start letting everybody know that I am starting to trust the software and getting short. Okay, getting short because these divs are starting to play out. So I'm definitely going to start getting my button on the trigger, my finger on the trigger, my button on the trigger, my finger on the button, finger on the trigger. I'm ready. I have a decent amount of margin waiting to just for this time where I'm super comfortable with ace. So higher time frames, easy shorts. Just going off of pressure and money flow back over here on the 1-hour. Bang, 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 shorts. Short, you got 119 to 170. You got, $2,000 moves every time pressure and money flow starts wanting to come out of here. So these are the things I'm going to start keeping an eye on for everybody. That's in with ace. Sorry. All right, so we're looking at, and then the 4-hour, same thing here, okay? Is this going to be, this is kind of what I was looking for when I was saying we got an ace strategy, okay? And we did, because we had a move all the way up to, 115.6, and it brought us all the way down to 112. That's a nice $3,000 move. See, this money flow is thick in the red. We get a momentum and a pressure wave up, and boom, come back down. Now it's not a swing type of move, but it's a $3,000 move nonetheless. So those types of strats, and they show up a lot on the 3-minute. They show up a bunch on the 3 minute if you're watching, okay? Here. And they are more powerful when the move is already starting to happen. Okay? When the move is just begun and the money flow starts to really get up there and we get that little blip down, boom. Green dot. Enter here, stop here. Yes, we're hindsight trading, but these signals are all over the place. Okay? So let's just say that candle there. Let me turn off the magnet because it's screwing with me. And then even if you put your stop here, and where's a 3-to-1 reward? Like here, Jesus Christ, that's 15 minutes later, you're made 3-to-1. If you wanted to, kind of ride it out, move your stop up, there's a 12-to-1. So like I said, I'm getting more and more comfy with the software. Oops, sorry about that. It's all over the place. Okay. Here also, same thing. You're not in any sort of drawdown whatsoever. Here, all these little fucking blips here. Here. Now, would I have possibly taken something like this? Maybe. I may have. Okay, I may have. So there's one loser out of 2, 3, 4. And then if you want to start looking for divs, then you can start waiting for divs. Here's an entry here. Okay. Lower low, higher low type of thing. And then you're getting all the way up to craziness and shit like that. So if you would have gotten in way over here on this strategy and held it to where we had a decent top right here, then that's got to be like, oh yeah, 69-to-1, 60-to-1 trade. So anyways, let's get back to, let's look at the 4-hour again. Okay, let's look at the 4-hour because I'm thinking we got a green dot. Now we do have a green dot printing on the 4-hour, but I just don't like it very much. I just don't like it very much. It just doesn't look strong to me. It doesn't look strong. We're rejecting off of VWAP. With the way the daily and the 2-day look, I am not super thrilled. I'm not super thrilled at all. Pressure coming out on the 3-day. I got to go back test that, see what that kind of looks like. Okay, when we've been, kind of up only for a while, I got to see what pressure kind of does on the 3-day when I just see more overall downside. Sure, we could get these moves up, making some money. We look at the lower time frames, but my bias is down. So let's, look at the alts. We get Doge down 5%, SWE down 5%, FART down 11.5%, Ethereum down 3.6%. Bitcoin dominance is up. So, and BTC is down $1,260. So alts aren't the way right now unless you're shorting. So my bias is more down. And if I get an entry, if I see an entry on like a lower time frame where this sideways stuff here is not beneficial to anybody. Okay, is not beneficial to anybody. Now, if we want to look at my Bybit chart, which is a little noisy since I have a new range. So let me get to like the 45-minute. You can see this new range that I pulled. So we dumped out of this range that we were in for like 3 weeks, forever. Okay, what was it? July 7th, July 10th. Finally dumped out of it. on July 31st. Okay. So I stopped my pull from there. We kind of started to range around a little bit, and then I made another pull. So it seems okay. This range now looks pretty decent. Okay. If you guys want to pull this range, it's from July 31st. Okay. Right around here. So we've been respecting this point of control, and we did come up and tap this value area high, okay, on Monday morning. And then we just kind of started losing it, lost the point of control, came down and deviated away from the value area low. So now we're kind of heading back up. Fib levels. So this fib, this green fib, is just super local. Okay, it's just from the bottom to here, the top, super local. This fib here is from this bottom to, I want to say, right here. Okay, so another pretty local. We didn't even, when we were making our way up here, we didn't even come up and tap this golden pocket, which I was thinking we'd actually come up to 116.5 up here and get into this, get into these two order blocks here, 45 minuters, but we didn't even get close. So, you know, my bias, we get these, like even now, my bias is down. We're thick money flow is in the red. We are getting this signal. Okay, we are getting this signal. So I may just pull the trigger and go short here. If maybe we get over VWAP, messing around with VWAP. So we've been messing around with it for a while since New York dumped off of VWAP, and now we're struggling with it. So overall sentiment for Kenny is down. Okay, overall sentiment on the midterm time frames are down. So very well could see, like I said, very well could see a lot lower. Okay, are we on index? No, we're on Binance. Down here, very well could see all of these right here. Okay, do not be shocked. Do not be shocked. The higher turn time frames are showing pointing down. Okay, so just be mindful, everybody. Just be mindful. That's all I got. Anybody has any questions or concerns, you know how to get in touch with me. All right, trade safe.